Hi lovelies, Lisa here, and today I have just a simple question for you. Glossy cards, WTF? Here's what I'm wondering. Why is it that our favorite purveyors and manufacturers of cards persist in thinking that shiny is better? What the fuck? Shiny is good maybe if, well, when my hair's looking kind of shiny, it's a little bit shiny today, sort of shiny, that's good. When my skin is shiny, not so good. And when my cards are shiny, I don't know. I mean, unless I'm completely full of beeswax, in which case I'd love to hear your comments below. But for me, there is no purpose to a glossy tarot or oracle card. Like, I don't want to see my reflection in it. I don't want to try to photograph it for Instagram and have my camera shine back at me. I don't want the slick, sticky, blah, blah, blah. I just want it to be matte. I want it to feel silky. I want it to be buttery, right? And yet, somehow, that message still hasn't completely sunk in. It sort of is getting to the manufacturers, but sort of not. So today I wanted to share two decks. Decks that were kind of dead to me until I found the earlier matte versions. The first of these decks is Cat Black's Golden Tarot. Now, many of you know this deck really well. It's a medieval-inspired collage deck. Cat Black also did the Touchstone Tarot, which is a fabulous deck based on 16th century art. I have a copy of it. That is out of print, long out of print. I think there were 2 editions of it. Both were matte, right? And then the Golden Tarot, which really took off. US Games printed it. And the Golden Tarot, as far as I knew, only came out as a glossy deck. Now, I purchased the Golden Tarot maybe, I don't know, 3 years ago or so. I thought I would love it. A deck that had a kind of medieval appeal, that had nonetheless a Waite Smith sensibility. All of the images I saw online I thought were beautiful. And then I got it. And I hated it. I just couldn't use it. I mean, I tried, I just couldn't get into it. And I gave the deck away until I ran across an eBay ad that said something, and this was maybe 2 years ago or so, and the eBay ad said something like, you know, used copy of the Golden Tarot by Cat Black. This is the earlier matte edition of the deck. Now, at the time, it was a little spendy and I didn't go for it. But you know how these things, you know, the desire takes root in your soul. It's like, I must have it. So I trolled eBay and the internet until I finally found a version of this deck that is the matte version. And it looks just like what is available now. You can go to Amazon right now and buy the Golden Tarot, and it has this image on one side of the box and this image on the other side of the box. But this version is 2003, and the glossy version came out in 2004. Now, since I don't have my glossy version anymore, I don't know that I can show you the difference very easily. But you can sort of already see how the reflective quality here is that reflective quality that we get with some of our more buttery matte decks. And the minute I got this matte version, yeah, it was like a different deck. So now I have this. It's gilded, but it's matte. And it's scrumptious. And this was also US Games. So why is it that in 2004, when they came out with the next version of this, they went glossy? This too was printed in China. So it's not like they changed manufacturing companies. They just decided, let's go shine. Let's shine on. Anyway, if anyone from US Games is watching this video, and I know you probably aren't, but if you are, just no, gloss, no, ick, 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 ick. Okay, the other deck I want to talk about is Deborah Koff-Chapin's Soul cards. Now, I first learned about Soul cards, I think probably from Avalon Cameron, who has been a vocal and avid fangirl. Sorry, I shouldn't call you fangirl, but you know what I mean. She loves these cards, and so I learned about them from her. And for me, because I'm a mindfulness teacher and I often use cards with clients and students who are not tarotistas, they don't want any divinatory mumbo jumbo hoo-ha in their lives, but they, like all of us, can benefit from imagery that incites and invites them to hunker down in their embodied experience. And the soul cards are amazing. So I thought these will be perfect. The imagery, you know, this tempera paint on glass that she does, the imagery is unbelievable. And the whole sort of idea behind soul cards, they don't have meanings to them. You just allow the cards to evoke aspects of your experience, of your imagination. They're incredibly powerful. I thought that these would revolutionize the work I was able to do with mindfulness and mindful tarot. And I used them in one workshop, I think, one weekend workshop. And it was okay, but I couldn't get excited. And so my two decks have sat now in my chest, which many of you have a place in your house like this, the chest of, you know, the tarot decks and oracle decks of days long gone, where it's like, I didn't really buy that. I'll just put it away in the chest and someday maybe give it away or swap it away. So my soul cards have been in the chest of misbegotten and now forgotten tarot cards for a couple years. Until eBay to the rescue. I saw on eBay advertised a boxed edition of soul cards. And I'm assuming that these are the 1996 original A.G. Mueller publication of soul cards. And they are matte. They are matte. Right? I love them. So let me see if you can, I mean, it's kind of obvious, right? In person, it's a completely different experience. I mean, the whole reason that we do cards instead of just, you know, digital images is because of the tactile, physical, embodied experience of working with the cards. So I love, love, love this A.G. Mueller version of the cards. I'm desperate to find the second edition. By that I mean the second, you know, Soul Cards 2. I don't know if it came out as A.G. Mueller. I can't find any information online. If any of you know, if any of you have the second edition or the second, the sequel, and are thinking of parting with it, let me know, and I may gladly take it off your hands. But if you can get the boxed edition of the Soul Cards, go for it. It's beautiful. And it prompts the question, when U.S. Games got the rights or purchased, or I don't know how they end up publishing Soul Cards, took it over from A.G. Mueller, why did they go gloss? Why glossy? Why shiny? WTF? That's my question, folks. All right. Eager to hear your thoughts, and if you have a favorite deck that came out in gloss and in matte and have thoughts about it, share below or make your own video. Bye, y'all.